welcome to Wellness Wednesdays with Stephanie. I'm Stephanie Bucklin, your host. I am so delighted and excited to be interviewing my friend and colleague, Paula Dinaro. Thank you so much, Paula, for joining me today.
Thank you, Stephanie, for this invitation. I'm so excited. Our vibration is already super high. So this is going to be amazing. I already have.
Definitely. I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been really, really excited about having this conversation with you because honestly, happiness is one of those things that for people is so elusive and yet so easy to access when you know how to get to it. So I loved our conversation last month, and I was like, okay, yes, we're gonna have so much fun. So this is so cool. Okay, Paula. So I'd love for you to give the audience a little introduction of who you are, what you do, and what kind of magic shows up as a result.
Okay. I would like to introduce myself as I'm a spiritual being having human experiences, and in this time and space, like I'm Paula Dinaro. Now I'm a spiritual awakening coach, a happiness coach. I'm an energy healer. I do quantum healing on different techniques. I'm master hypnotherapy. I'm practicing NLP, tapping. I create a method named dance meditation where I mix all of that with movement and dance and music. I also create a sensual stretch method for women to connect with the feminine energy. And before that, I was producer, a TV producer, a publicist, an event producer for many years. So all this background helped me to identify in this, stressful environment of the TV shows, life. I was like, why people is so stressed? I don't understand why people is so stressed. So my spiritual life comes since, I have born. I think that they forgot to erase my consciousness about the oneness, about the we are love. I always knew that. I always feel that we are love, we are one, but I never knew how to explain myself. I always was the crazy one, Paula. My friend was, Paula, what are you talking about? And so then and when you're a teenager, in your 20s, you forgot about it. And then when I came to the United States, because I'm from Argentina, I live in Miami since 2000. I started again looking for spiritual connections, looking for a church, another church. And I found a church named Unity, which is a metaphysical school. So there my spirituality, my all metaphysical, studies begin, and I love it. And so then, I can understand how the brain works, how the energy works, and I can, okay, that is what happened. And so I can explain myself, and I can explain to other people how easy is this. So I say that I do scientific spirituality because I mix both science and spirituality in order to explain to people how to get happier and healthier.
Love it. Yes. And we need more of you on this planet, honestly, Paula.
Thank you.
Yes. So I would love for you to share a little bit more about your personal journey, about what inspired you. I mean, you explained very well, like the whole path, but how did you come to realize, coming from like the producer world, that you needed to step into this healer role?
Well, I always was kind of the real producer because I always was, like happy and smiling and not screaming. So I wasn't taken serious, actually. People think
Mm,
she's not that good because she's not, bitching everyone or stressed. But we went with my family on a trip to Spain, and it was a holistic area. And I saw somebody doing Reiki, and I saw a video of somebody like explaining, how it is. And I love it because what's that simple? It was like this little dark cloud, for example, on your shoulder. And the woman was like doing like this, like cleaning up and put it in a bucket with water. And I was like, oh, that's it. It's energy. You just clean it up.
Yeah.
And that stuck in my mind, but I forgot about it. So then in the office, people come to me always for advice, because I'm always, this person to bring peace and relax and don't worry and, trust. My faith is really strong. My connection with God, with the universe, is really, really strong. So I know that God always got me, whatever is happening. This is a movie, if you believe that God is, holding you back, why you worry about it? So, but then,
Right.
my hands start to waking up. So then in the office, I was, in a moment, I was working in a gossip show that I hate hosted, but I wasn't in the content. I was like a coordinator producer. So I wasn't in the content really, but everybody, somebody has a, headache, and I was going like, na, 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 na. Okay, that's it. And people was like, oh my God, you take it away. I was like, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm just, cleaning up your energy. And so it was kind of naturally that was kind of awakening my magic and then my hands. And then, when the project starts, I was working like, I don't know, 10 hours a day from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m., 12 hours. And then the
Wow.
project get bought by a major TV station. So then, more people came in, and I was working only 3 hours with the same salary. So for a couple of years. So that was like amazing for me. But happens that I lost a baby, and when I came back to work 3 days later, they tell me, okay, Paula, we don't need you anymore. And I was so happy because, I don't have the courage to quit. I was working 3 hours a day, making the same money when I was working 12 hours. I was like, this is a paradise. So in that moment, I was like, okay, that's it. No more TV. I say, okay, that's it. No more TV. I need to do something with this power that awakes me. So I start studying Reiki, then another technique that is Sanergia, this is the reconnective healing. And then I was like, okay, I need to do something else. I was coaching people. So I get to life coach, and then, okay, in Florida, that I am Miami, you need a license. Why give me a license? Okay, hypnotherapy. So, I love it. Hypnotherapy. I love it. It's so powerful. So, one thing's take you to another, and 100 courses. How is this path? When you start, it's like
Right.
no end.
You want to know everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I say, all the leads goes to Rome, at the end it's almost all the same, but I love different techniques, because it depends who you have in front of you is the technique that you're going to use, or how you're going to use it.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm curious, what led you to develop your unique model for the Raise program? Because that sounds very beautiful.
Thank you so much. It took me a while because, you know, I'm marketing. I know marketing. I'm an advertising person, but sell yourself is very hard. And for me,
Mm,
that I'm this person that I was doing like, okay, Reiki, meditation, coaching, spirituality, science, neuroscience, dancing. So Paula, focus on one thing. And I don't know how to do that. I still haven't problem with that.
me too.
So I get a coach, and he say, okay, you need to develop a model that can be an umbrella for all the things that you do. So for me was, okay, what is my strongest belief is spirituality, right? I think
Mhm.
like I say, we forget that we are one with God. And that is the
Yes.
first principle, the for the church unity that I went. So I developed, okay, we need to remember. So that was the R, remember. Then, I said, accept, because I can explain to you scientifically, you can understand it intellectually, but then you need to embrace that. You need to accept that you are that, and empower it.
Mhm.
Okay, now that I know that I'm one with God, I need to accept that. And en español decimos hacerse cargo. It's like a take charge of that power.
Mm.
And the I is, because imagine. because everything is, the power of your imagination, of your vision. I'm a visionary. I hold the vision for a healthy world. I'm always hold the vision for other people. When I was in production or an event, I used to manage artists, songwriters or whatever. So I love to hold the vision for the other person. So the I is with imagine, because the power of your vision is how your life is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
S, in English is say it, the power of your words. We know the power of the words. And then in Spanish is sentir, which is more feeling. So it's a mix of feeling, connects with our emotions. Uh,
Okay.
and the E is express and enjoy. How are you going to express yourself? How are you going to express your own divinity? When you remember that you are divine, you accept
Mm,
your own divinity, you create a vision for your life, you start doing affirmations and feel it, then you need to express your uniqueness, right?
beautiful.
And
Yeah.
enjoy also, be in the joy of being alive. I say, we all have a fingerprint. Your soul also have a fingerprint. Nobody,
Right.
your soul is unique. So that is how I want to bring people, through this model to reconnect with themselves, to accept themselves, to be happy and unique.
Beautiful.
Thank
Beautiful. I
you.
love it. That is so
And also because
amazing.
the word raise means elevate. So everything is about raising the vibration. So
Yes.
what's the
Oh,
whole,
yes.
what's the whole
Something we have
combination?
in common, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So you mentioned that you offer these various modalities and therapies. How do you determine which modality is best suited for an individual client?
I try to use all of them with the clients and different times. I get with the coaching and depends of the conversation that I have in the moment. I say, okay, maybe, okay, now let's work in this with hypnotherapy. uh,
Okay.
Maybe today you are kind of, a lot of stress, so let's do a energy healing, therapy. Or sometimes in the first session, I, just use the energy healing, so they left the session, very relaxed and very balanced. But depends on the conversation that I have in the coaching. Or sometimes people come, it's fun because they ask me, do you regressions? I said, yes, I do regressions. Okay, can we do? But this is not a game, it's not just, let's do a regression to have fun.
Right. Right.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
we can
Dive
do
into a
that,
past life.
but
It's not
yeah,
gonna be fun.
I take it a little more, of the practice and, more serious, and like, if it's needed, we go to the regression. First, let's go in this life. Okay, let's go to clear this life.
Right.
And then if
Right.
in this life doesn't clear, let's go back to another life. If you want to do it for fun, we can do it for fun, but it's not my job.
Right, right. So, can you explain a little more about the benefits? So, when somebody comes to see you, what are the results? What do they get out of it?
Well, I think that the first thing that I want for them to get is to be in peace with themselves, you know,
Mm,
to take the power to say no, to let out the fears, to let behind what other people is going to say, the old paradigms, so they can embrace their own power. What do you want? People sometimes, is incredible. They don't know what they want. A lot of people, okay, what is your hobby? One of the, a hobby? I don't have a hobby. It's like, wow, something that you like to do. Or when you were a child, what are you dreaming about? I don't know. I don't dream about anything. It's like scary when how a child doesn't dream, you don't remember your dreams. So
right.
something happened. Somebody, cut off your dreams very early, you know. So
Yeah.
um what I want for my clients is to be in order to of course, be themselves, find themselves, have tools to manage the life, because life is
Mhm.
still going to happen, So, but the most that I want to achieve is for them to be in peace with themselves, to accept themselves. And yeah, that's what I want for people to be able to, to find themselves and find the boundary, the healthy boundaries, because a lot of people do
Definitely.
do
Yeah.
stuff because they have to, or because, their father study law, so now they are a lawyer and they hate it, but they have to do that, or what they gonna say, if I do this, if I move, if I sell the house. For example, I have a client that she was like a 54, and she lived in the house that the parent left her, and the other brothers and sisters, they all have their life, they don't take care of the
Mhm.
house and so she was afraid to sell the house. What are they gonna say? I was like, I mean, the house, who is the house? The house, no, the house is all mine. My father's all everything. Okay. Okay. They help you with the house? No, they don't. They pay anything in the house? No, they don't even visit me. So why are
Mm.
you afraid to sell the house? If you want to sell the house, because yeah, because the house is big and it's falling apart, so sell it. So,
Right.
some simple like that, they have the power to, okay, release, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So let's get into a little bit about your corporate life, the corporate well-being that you do. As
Okay.
your role as Chief of Well-being Officer at the World Happiness Foundation, how do you approach integrated well-being practices into corporate environments?
That is a tough one. First of all, they have to be people open to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you need to explain somebody what is well-being, somebody once tell me, if you need to explain a CEO or a manager or whatever, what is the benefit or what is well-being, you better close your computer and talk about the grandchildren. So people need to be at least open to understand that well-being is a benefit for the company, not just for the
Yeah.
employee, but it's a benefit for the company at the end, because they have
Yeah,
happy employers, prosperous companies. So,
absolutely.
so that is the approach with data, numbers of stress, numbers of burnout, numbers of, quiet quitting, numbers of, data, because companies care about numbers. So when you show them
Right.
the statistics and you show them the numbers, look, you know 70% of your employees are stressed, but if we do this, we can reduce it to a 40% or 30%. Oh, okay, now they open their eyes and they say, okay, let's try, let's see
Mm-hmm.
how that works. you know
So do you end up providing the same type of therapies in that environment?
No, the most that I do, actually, if I do coach one-on-one with the C level, yes, some, and the private coaching, yes.
Sure.
But in the companies, it's more like conference or workshops. I just started to get into the corporate. I'm not super expert in the corporate. I wish I, can get more companies to be open to this. But the most that I have been doing is more conference and workshops, to reduce the stress and minutes. I have a couple of techniques I name mind hackers, and actually breathing. People don't know how to breathe.
Breathing. Yes.
There's sometimes like, how I'm gonna teach breathing, and yes,
Yeah.
one of my trainers and the chief awarding officer was this girl that she was a marketing at Nike, and now she does just breath work, you know, and
Yep.
like, oh my God, she's just doing breath work, which is very powerful. If you just,
It
go deeper in
really
the
is.
word, it's very, very. Actually, it's very, very powerful and very,
Definitely. Yeah. I just wrote a blog about that just
yeah,
the other day of the power of the breath.
yes.
Absolutely. I'm a yoga practitioner, and that's something that I know absolutely you can reduce your stress and engage your vagus nerve and your parasympathetic response just by using your breath. It's a
Yes,
powerful technique.
and you can release trauma through the breathing too.
Yes.
If you go deeper, you can get into like a very deep releasing of trauma. So as I asked her, how does, CEOs, uh, are open to do this breath work? I said, and she was, well, it's a very, private session and environment for them to, start crying, because most of the time you start crying like a child.
Right. So
On
you're
your breath.
releasing trauma.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I also know you've co-authored some books. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the experience on personal happiness and maybe a little bit about your immigrant experience as well.
Yes. Let me grab the book. I have it here. Sorry. I- This one, where is in Spanish, but it's summarium is were 10 experts about personal happiness, and was more like directed to human resources people. So
Mhm.
my chapter, I name it Thank God It's Monday. So we can, my idea is always changing these paradigms that we are into. They're already changing, so we need to be on the change to accompany the change that's happening. So,
Yes.
because it's this whole culture about thank God it's Friday, oh my God, thank God it's Friday. The suffering is over, oh, my work is
Hmm.
over, my week is over, my study is over, like, why? I mean, what is the missing chain where you study something, you dream about your job, then you get the job, and then you hate it. You hate the Mondays. Why?
Right.
Why? Why? So my question is, why you stay in a job that you hate in the first place? Those beliefs that, oh, maybe I can't find another job, or this job pays well. That is happens a lot here in United States. In a moment, I
Yes.
went to a school, a high school, and so I asked a question. What are you gonna study? And people start, why? Well, because it, like, at least 50% of the people say because it pays well. I was like,
Yeah.
geez,
That's the paradigm we are in this
exactly.
in this United States, that if
You
you're
like
not
that?
in a good
Yeah,
paying job,
yeah,
right? Yes.
exactly. So the idea, I talk about and my chapter about that, where is the missing, point of you start choosing a career, studying, looking for a dream job, and then hate the Mondays, or hate to go to work, or hate the office. And if you don't like that job, you better find another place, because you're gonna be
Yeah.
unhappy over your life, because you pass most of the time of your day in your job, 9 to 5, right? So
Yeah.
then I talk about conscious leadership, because if you don't have conscious leadership, if the leaders are not doing the work, forget about the employees. Even though the work is personal, you need in a company, you need to have conscious leadership in order to create a space for other
Yeah.
people to also do the personal job, the personal work, or have a nice environment, a culture of collaboration instead of competition, because that is another, the gossip and the fear of somebody's going to take my place. So I'm talking about that. And also I'm talking about a lot of tools. I give a lot of tools in the book for the people to do some changes in the office. Like, for example, just put up a board in the entrance with the stickers, so people can do, a gratefulness,
Hmm.
sticker in the morning, or
Yeah.
whatever. Or, like every Monday, send an email, thank you for your presence. Your presence makes a difference in our company. That's free stuff that I'm giving, And
Yeah.
imagine if you go to work and you open your email in the morning and say, "Oh, thank you for being here. You make a difference." Wow, I say it now and I feel good already.
Yeah.
Different. So I give a lot of examples of things that you can do in your office, like without much cost, because that's another belief that this is going to cost. What is going to cost me
Right.
money? Just apply your money in a different way, and this is like free. An email is free. You just automatically you program in once and that's it. Every Monday you send an email. It's not
Yeah,
a
definitely. You could even absolutely automate it so
exactly.
it just automatically comes every Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. I love it. So, any thoughts about other books? Have you published anything else?
Yes. I also did like I said, the immigrant process. So I talk about when I came to Miami. Uh, I came because I was depressed. I wasn't depressed. I went to intent of suicide. Uh,
Wow.
I'm in here, so I was like, okay, I should get out of here before
Yeah.
I am successful in my thoughts. And so I have a friend, he's a doctor. He was, "Please, Paula, come over. I have a space for you. You don't have to worry about it." So I came. But before I came here, I was working in a salsa club in Argentina. I was, so salsa music is very happy. I mean,
Yes, it is.
I'm very happy. And even though I was happy dancing salsa, I was depressed because I was in a really bad relationship.
Hmm.
Um, so being in the environment of salsa, I knew Colombians, I knew Peruvians, I knew Dominicans, Cubans, Venezuelans. So when I came to Miami, the Miami is also very Cuban and Dominican, very Latino. It wasn't that hard for me, the adaptation, because I couldn't understand the language. Because even though we speak Spanish, it's completely different. The
Different Spanish. Yeah.
completely different Spanish, the accents or the words that we use are completely different. And also, I came from Buenos Aires, which is a big city like New York, and Miami in that time, 24 years ago, it was like a small modern town, it was not much to do. So, um, getting to know Miami and adapt myself, to the laws, to the what you can do, what you cannot do, know the people, know the language, because I didn't know how to speak English in the moment either. So it was a whole process of adaptation. But I think because of my personality, I'm very easy to adapt.
Yes.
I adapt
Yeah.
very easily. And I like to learn new stuff all the time. So it's like I'm curious about it. So that was a nice journey, um, and have been 24 years already. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So, as the creator of the dance meditation and your sensual stretch methods, how do these practices aid in somatic movement and personal healing?
Well, everything is passed through the body.
Hmm.
So if we don't have connection with the body, we are in trouble. Uh, you know, Studying biodescodification, that's another stuff that I study. We know that 99% of the sickness or the illness are emotional cause.
Right.
So being in touch with your body, being confident with your body, beside all the benefits of the dancing, like the normal benefits of the exercise, that's giving you confidence and also help you to
Mm.
release. I create this method where I start with a gratitude meditation to connect with your body. with every part of your body. I start like, okay, focus on your big toe on the foot, and be thankful for your toes, because your toes give you balance, and your toes help you to be on tippy toes, and be, thankful for your legs, because we take it for granted, right? Until we hit the little toe and, I have a little toe, right? So I started this, the class, let's say, with this thankful and grateful meditation for our body.
Mhm.
Then I do a chakra alignment activation, also very, very powerful, with affirmations and with the sound. And then I start with very slow movement, like I tell people, forget about your head, you know, let your body move how your body want to move. Don't
Mm,
don't think about, I'm gonna do this move. No, just get into the music and let your body express themselves without any choreography, without any expectation. Just move your body. So then
mm.
I go a little up with the music until I get into this shake it off, shake it off. I use the Taylor Swift shake it off. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, so shake it, shake it. So I say, okay, shake all these beliefs, whatever your mother-in-law say, whatever your boss say, I start shaking, and then I go up and the shaking. So people, release, and then I stop then, and in a moment you can feel the vibration of the broom. It changed completely. We are in another level of vibration, because
Beautiful.
people liberate. And then, I put some happy music to dance. I use, known music, popular music, and with lyrics, and with intention also, depends on my
Right.
motive.
Positive energy.
Positive energy always. We are music, everything is energy, everything is vibration. I think we are music. And so for me, your body is a divine instrument. Use your body as a divine instrument. Get into the music, and also get into the lyrics, and to the intent,
Mm,
the voice of the artist, leave the music,
yeah,
leave the song, like not just listen, leave the song, get into the intention of the artist that produced the song, with an intention, right? With the lyrics, with the music. So it's so powerful.
definitely. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. So tell me a little more about the sensual strut.
The sensual stretch, it's a mix of corporal expression and yoga and dance, and I use like sensual music,
Mm-hmm.
because for me sensual is just slow down, you know
Okay.
let's just slow down a little bit. Let's just slow down. Let's take it easy. Let's just stretch, like, slowly, and go back. And this cadence, this feminine, sweet, loving energy doesn't mean that you have to be like, no, it's not. We can do that if you want, but I'm not, this sexy mama. No, it's just a slow movement, the sensuality of the cadence of your body, of the movement. It's more that, So we do stretch part of the body that maybe, we never stretch, because yoga is very, linear, or another, stretching movement are very linear, but maybe you never do this real,
Right.
your body also, this real different stretching in your body. So, and also because I want the people, women, to get comfortable in your own body, that that
Yes. A
that
lot of
is,
us struggle with that.
yes, that is
Yeah.
empowering. When you're confident in your body, when you know better how to put limits, how to be, in a room and be sexy at the same time, and have those limits, and your
Mhm.
position, when you're confident, it's a different way of walking, of being, presence yourself in front of a job or somebody. So,
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Where did the inspiration come from? Is this from
um,
dancing and like the
yes,
healing, or
well,
where did it
I'm
all
gonna tell
start?
you the truth. With the dance meditation, I wanna be an artist, a musical theater artist. And somebody tell me
Mm.
once, no, artists die farming, you know. When I was 17, I finished high school. I want to go to the musical theater in Argentina. And so the mother of one of my best friends, they were in a better position, economical position. And she said, no, artists, farming, you can study art. You need to study something to help your family because blah, blah. So I was like, and then in the moment I have a boyfriend also, and my boyfriend, I'm not, want to see you kissing other men's, I was like, okay, okay. So I left my dream. And I said, okay, what is creative? Advertising. Okay, I went to advertising and production. So dancing was always in my family. We always dance in my family. So I always dance. We always dance. We also do choreography since we were little ones. So
Sure.
I feel so happy and so connected with God when I'm dancing. I feel so elevated, and I say, okay, I need to, why people don't dance. I don't understand how people can be still when it's music. I'm dancing without music.
Right.
So I say, okay, I need to share this. How I can share this? So then, when I study all the healing and the Reiki and the chakras, and I say, okay, let me mix all this, the gratitude, so
Love
people
it.
can disconnect with the body. You know, we are educated to don't move, don't touch, don't laugh, don't make noise, stay quiet, don't move your body, your booty, why are you moving your booty? Are you looking for something? No.
Uh,
You see all the videos for babies or for little kids, the only thing that they move is the booty, you know.
yep.
So then we become adults, so we want to fit, we are serious, responsible.
Right.
Yes,
Proper.
hi, mucho gusto. Yes. And so we are completely disconnected with our body. And then we get sick because we are not used to listen to our body.
Right.
So
Mm.
the final objective of this is you connect with your own vibration. Listen to your body, connect with your body, touch yourself, like it's okay, you're no.
Yeah.
If we don't have a body, we don't exist.
That's true.
That's it.
That's true. Yes.
So when the body ends, the life goodbye. So connecting with your body is key for happiness, for example,
I
for being.
absolutely agree. Yep. Most definitely. Okay, let's see. One more question. Could you share a memorable success story from your coaching practice? Maybe one of your favorite clients. Give us some highlights about that transformation.
Oh yeah, let me see. Well, this woman that I was telling you about the house, that was an amazing transformation because she also can see or can hear, so she was hiding that because she was reader. She can see.
Right.
So she was this woman that she came like, like this, and I don't know what to do, and I don't have to do. I don't go out of the house. I don't do this. I don't talk to nobody. My family hate me. I don't. And after this 9 sessions program that I have, she was okay. She sold the house. She moved to North Carolina, because she always wanted to go there. She went by herself on a trip to looking for houses. So that was an amazing transformation for her to understand, to know herself, to accept herself, her talent,
Beautiful.
and to create a vision for her life, for herself, and express it, the whole race, um, that was an amazing transformation. Very very short time, very short period of time, 9 sessions she was like transformed.
Beautiful.
Yes, and then I have another one that we were working like almost for a year. She was a CEO between two companies. Not CEO. She was a CCO, operation whatever those names.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
she was merging two companies, and she was just moving to Miami, and her baby has 2 years, and she was hyper stressed. She was living in this beautiful buildings and Brickell, which is in the center of Miami, in front of the bay, with this beautiful view. She can even open the balcony. And
Oh,
we were working for almost a year because her job was very, very stressful. And then she was able to quit because
excellent.
she has, the power to do that and do her own consulting. And then, I was looking at her Instagram, and she was, walking with the kids in the bay and outside and running and have a party. She didn't even have friends.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that was an amazing transformation too.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, Paula. So, do you have anything else that you would like to share that we didn't cover today?
Um, no, I think it's okay. Talking about happiness, of the World Happiness Foundation or the World Happiness Fest,
Oh,
which is
yes, please.
yes, which is this nonprofit organization that uh, make United Nations to how do I say this? To declare that happiness is a human right.
Hmm.
And so they declared 20th of March, International Day of Happiness. So around that date, we do a fest, our happiness fest, here in Miami. But then different, all over the year in different part of the world. And that is what we do on the foundation, through like teaching people how easy it is to be happy. The goal of the foundation is for 2050, 10 billion people being happy, so all the world. So I
Love it.
love that because
Love it.
I love that because I don't need to a niche. Everybody. Yeah, that's
It's
so
wonderful.
um, the idea is to be happy. I say, I have this conference about the science of happiness is very easy. So what activate your happiness and what disactivate your happiness?
Hmm.
Just the simple. So if something activate your happiness, give it more time to that. And
Yes,
if it's something disactivate, or block your happiness, try to don't do that much of that if you can, or change the view and do little exercises. Different gratitude is one of them. Forgiveness is key. you know
definitely.
forgiveness is
Yes.
key. And vision, have a vision for your life, have a purpose for your life. So and the fest, we do like workshops. I do part of my dancing and conversations, and it's all amazing people that we're making, like you with the podcast. uh you know Try to make a better world for us and for the coming.
Excellent. Yes. Which is, I think, the whole entire reason we're having this conversation. More happiness, more love in the world, raising the vibration. Yes,
Happy
absolutely.
people
So,
doesn't kill.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I tell people that, and I've said this for years, that happiness is a choice.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I've gotten so much pushback. How can I choose happiness? You know what? You have to know. Like, once you know that truth, it changes everything. It changes how you move through life. It really does.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was having a conversation the other day. It was like an interview with a guy that he has a platform for coaches. So, he was, how take me how I can be happy. He was from Palestine. They are, and he was living close to Gaza when it's happened, all the terrible stuff that's
Lots of
happening.
war and yeah,
And
trauma.
he was telling me stuff that, I was like, I know this is super cruel and I know this is terrible, but I can do anything feeling sorry. If my vibration it goes to uh, sadness, to revenge, to, you know, sorry, doesn't help. I can do something right now from where I am. The only thing that I can do right now is send light and send love, and visualize a world that doesn't happen. It's not that I deny the reality, because I know it's happening, but I can do much from here where I am than just send light and love, and also ask myself where I'm being violent, because if
Mm,
we are one with everything. Because it's so nice
absolutely.
to say, oh, I'm one with love, peace and love. No, I'm one with everything. I'm one with the
Yeah.
terrorists. I'm one with the violent. I'm one with all of them, with the killers, with everybody. So
Right.
where on my own life, I'm being unjust, I'm being a terrorist, maybe with myself, you know,
Right.
you know,
Yes. A lot
thinking
of it
about
happens
myself that I'm not
internally.
enough, blah blah blah, or being
Yeah.
rude, being rude in traffic, or
Right.
don't say hello to your neighbors, just smile and be a good person. Doesn't matter what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Everything starts for yourself. So
Hmm. Lovely. Thank you
yeah.
for sharing. I love it. So, how can people reach you, Paula?
Oh, well, Paula Dinaro on my website, my social media. Now I am on Instagram. I changed for Paula_coaching. And LinkedIn, Paula Dinaro. You can put my phone number if you want. My email is paula@pauladinaro.com. Very easy.
Mhm. Perfect.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, all of those links are going to be shared in the description
Okay.
as well. So you all can reach out to Paula. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you
was
so
so
much,
much fun.
Stephanie. Thank you for doing
Yay.
this. Thank you for creating this space for for us to spread love and let people know they can be healed. We all have our bones
Yeah.
and but everything can be healed and can be transformed, so you can live happy and in peace and in harmony.
Hmm. Definitely.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.